Welcome, everyone. So today we're going to do a real deep dive, almost like a university seminar. We're going to unlock a core concept in Mandarin, and we're going to do it by dissecting just one single fundamental sentence. You see, our goal here isn't just about memorizing phrases. It's about getting a profound understanding of the logic, the structure, and even the culture that's baked right into the language. Okay, so let's jump right in. Think of this as our syllabus for today's session. We're going to start with our core sentence, then we'll deconstruct its vocabulary and grammar. After that, we'll practice how to actually say it, put it into a cultural context, and then to wrap things up, we'll give you a chance to apply everything you've just learned. All right, let's begin. In this first section, we're going to introduce the single sentence that will be let's call it our linguistic specimen for today's analysis. Seriously, think of this one sentence as the key that's going to unlock the entire system of how you describe locations in Mandarin. And here it is. 图书馆在学校里. Now, on the surface, it looks simple enough, right? The library is inside the school. But trust me, this sentence is absolutely packed with everything we need to understand how to describe the location of pretty much any object in Mandarin Chinese. So let's get ready to break it down piece by piece. Now let's get into the vocabulary. And we're not just going to memorize words here. That's not the goal. We're going to deconstruct them to really get the logic behind them. You know, so many Chinese characters actually tell a story. And once you understand that story, they become so much easier to remember and to use correctly. Let's start with our subject, 图书馆, the library. Let's really analyze this. The first character, 图, means picture or diagram. The second one, 书, that means book. And the third, 馆, is a character for a hall, an embassy, or just a large building. So you put it all together, and a 图书馆 is literally a hall of pictures and books. A library, see? This kind of logic, well, that's the real beauty of the language. And we see that same beautiful logic in our location word, 学校, which means school. The first character, 学, is the verb to study or to learn. The second one, 校, is the character specifically for school. So a place for studying is a school. It's so direct, so descriptive. And I promise you, once you see that logic, you just can't unsee it. And here are our crucial location words. First up, we have 在. This is our verb. You can think of it like to be at or to exist in a place. It's what establishes the presence of our subject at a location. Then we have 里. Now this is a position word. It specifies where within that location the subject is. In this case, inside. Really understanding the different jobs these two words do is absolutely fundamental. Okay, let's move on and see how all these blocks fit together. Mandarin grammar for describing locations follows this really clear, really consistent formula. Now, for a lot of native English speakers, this can be tricky at first because the word order is basically the reverse of what you're used to. But I promise, once you master this formula, it'll become second nature. This table just illustrates the structure perfectly. The formula is always subject plus 在 plus place plus position word. So let's trace it through. Our subject is 图书馆, the library. The verb is 在, is at. The place is 学校, the school. And then, at the very end, the position word is 里, inside. Now, the absolutely crucial point here, especially for English speakers, is that the general location, the school, comes before the specific position, inside. You know, in English we say inside the school, but the Mandarin logic is at the school, inside. Okay, so now we have the theory, we've got the characters, we've got the grammar down. Let's actually bring this sentence to life. I mean, understanding all the parts on paper is one thing, but being able to produce them accurately and naturally in a conversation, well, that's the real goal for any language learner, isn't it? I want you to listen closely to how this sounds in a real conversational flow. First, I'll say it slowly, character by character. 图书馆在学校里. Okay, now listen for how it sounds when you say it naturally, like you're actually giving directions. Oh, 图书馆在学校里. See the difference? That's how we go from theory to spoken reality. Now, as professors, we see students run into a few common pronunciation pitfalls with this sentence, and I've highlighted them here. Let's start with the tone on guan. It's a third tone, which has that distinct falling then rising sound. Listen, guan. A lot of students flatten it out into a first tone, guan. This isn't just a small mistake. It can genuinely change the word's meaning, or at the very least, make you really hard to understand.
Next, let's look at the X sound in 学校,学校. This is a classic challenge. It is not the English sh sound. It's much softer, it's a higher pitch sound. To get it right, try resting the tip of your tongue just behind your bottom teeth and then pushing the air through. Mastering just these 2 points will make your accent sound dramatically better.
Okay, now let's take a step beyond pure linguistics. Because, understanding the language is one thing, but understanding the culture behind it is absolutely essential for anyone who wants to live or study or work in a Chinese-speaking environment. This grammatical structure we've been looking at, it's not just some arbitrary rule. It's actually a reflection of a cultural value. Think about it. Giving directions using this clear subject plus zai plus place plus position formula isn't just about being grammatically correct. It actually lines up with a cultural preference for clarity and efficiency. The structure itself is logical. You establish the big general area first, the school, and then you narrow it down to the specific location, inside. This method prevents misunderstanding, which could cause someone to get lost and create an awkward situation. And in a society that really values social harmony and mutual respect, giving clear, unambiguous information isn't just polite, it's a really fundamental part of having a smooth social interaction. It's a subtle but very important way of showing consideration for others.
All right, we have deconstructed the vocabulary, we've analyzed the grammatical formula, we've practiced the pronunciation, and we've even explored the cultural significance behind it all. So now it's time to put it all back together and really make this knowledge your own. So here's the crucial point. You now have the formula to describe the location of anything. Look at the challenge here on the screen. 你的手机在哪儿? Where is your phone? I want you to actually pause this explainer for a moment, look around you. Is your phone on the table? Is it inside your bag? I want you to formulate your answer using the structure we just mastered. Subject, my phone, plus 在, plus place, plus position. Say it out loud, in Mandarin. This kind of active practice is how theory truly becomes a skill. Thank you so much for joining our seminar today.